So this video has kind of been planned for a little while, and I don't really know how to explain this video. Let's just say this video might be all over the place because it's something I normally don't talk about on my channel. It's really personal and I'm still confused about it. Okay, so as you all know, I've talked about sexuality on my channel before, like when I've done my advice videos. I've done advice videos like how to know if you're gay, or how to know what sexuality you are, or anything to do with identity, I guess, when it comes to your sexual orientation. But I've never actually talked about gender on this channel, and mainly because it wasn't relevant to me. Like, I'm gay, so that's why I have made videos about that. But I've never really made videos about like trans people or gender non-conforming, gender fluid, or just somebody who's questioning their gender. Never done any videos like that because, like I said, it didn't pertain to me and nobody was asking for it anyway. So I guess this is the first video about that topic. Okay, so basically, in short, this video isn't me saying that I identify as this, or I am this, or I know I'm something. This video is just me voicing my feelings, emotions, and thoughts that I've gone through and things that I've been confused about, things that I'm still confused about, and that's entirely it. Also, guys, I'm gonna be talking about this to my therapist tomorrow. I've never talked about this to her, but I think this is something I'm going to bring up. Let's start out with this. For about a year now, I've been the most comfortable covering up my body, aka my chest. Well, regarding my chest, I've actually been covering that for more than a year, but when it comes to how I've been dressing in general, I've been straying away a lot from the feminine type of clothing for about a year. So even though I've struggled with body image most of my life, this past year and a little bit last year was the time where it most bothered me. I've been more uncomfortable with my chest, aka having boobs. And it's to the point where I really can't wear really feminine things anymore without feeling uncomfortable, or like it's not me. Like, I know it's not me. It's to the point where if my mom says to wear a bunch of jewelry or wear a dress, I can't. If I'm going to an event, I have to wear like a suit or like a button up or something more on the masculine side. I'm not gonna say something more what a boy would wear. I think when we're talking about clothing, it's more masculine and feminine and not so much boy and girl. That's how I see clothing. And I'd also like to add that I know that there's a difference between gender expression and gender identity. Gender expression is how you portray yourself to the world, like how you dress, what you choose to wear, how you present yourself outwardly, and gender identity is in your brain. So I understand the difference, and I think a lot of people get this confused, but I just wanted to clear that up to let you know that I do know the difference. Fast forwarding to about a month ago, I talked to my counselor at school about this, and I finally got my first binder. Before, what I was doing is using a binder I got on Amazon that was actually resembling more of an ace bandage, and you're not supposed to use ace bandages to bind. That's not the correct or safe way to bind. Usually you get them from your school. If your counselor offers them, a therapist can guide you to websites that have them. It's like a specific type of binder. Never wear your binder to bed, and only wear it about 8 hours a day because you want to be safe. But basically where I'm getting at this is I've always looked at guys and been like, I want that. I want a flat chest. If we're gonna get personal for a second, my chest already isn't that big. I actually am more small, but it still bothers me that I'll have to wear a bra and you can see like a curve here, like there's a bump or like a hump, and like you can see like a thing here. And I've never like that. I don't know if it's just like I feel like I look bigger or it just bothers me. I don't know. Like, I don't know the reason. I just know that I don't like the look of it, and it makes me feel uncomfortable when I have that shown. Once I started wearing a binder, which I'm actually wearing one right now, I just noticed that I feel so much more confident with myself. Like, something about feeling completely flat on my chest has just changed like a lot of my life, and it's made me feel so much better. Now, that doesn't define or identify what I might be or who I might be. Right now, I just know that this is what makes me comfortable. So I don't want to say that doing this makes me something. My mind has also been wandering towards the idea of possibly getting the surgery sometime in the future. And I know that's scary for me to even say. I probably will never do it because 1, it's a ton of money. 2, my parents would probably never let me do it. And 3, I'm just really not sure if I want to. Everybody says, like, before you go into any type of surgery, or if you're gonna do something so drastic to change your body, you can't just go do it. You really have to think about it and make sure that this is the right thing for you to do. And for now, I feel like I'm comfortable with just wearing binders. I feel like I can get through the day without necessarily feeling the need to go get my tits chopped off, you know? I know some people who are really struggling with their identity, they need to go get the top surgery done as soon as possible in order for them to just get through the day. But for me, I can say I'm fortunate. I can get away with just a binder for now. Things might change in the future. I don't know. That seems really scary to me. It's just a thought that goes through my mind sometimes. If it was a lot cheaper and if I had probably more of the support, I probably would do it. First of all, I'm not trying to attract guys, so I don't think I need them. Number 2, I don't think I'm ever gonna breastfeed, so I don't think I need them. And number 3, they kind of make me uncomfortable, so I don't think I need them. And I think those are 3 valid reasons for why I don't think I need boobs. But anyway, it's okay if you guys disagree about that. That's just me personally and how I feel. Now, it's not only my chest. Recently, I've also have been thinking a lot more about the rest of myself. I've had thoughts that I've never had before. They're not overwhelming thoughts. You know, they're not making me feel depressed or anything, but for some reason, the more I hear my name, Sarah, or the more I hear she and her directed at me, it's not like I feel uncomfortable by it because I've always gone by the name Sarah, because like that's my name. Everybody knows me by Sarah, and I've always gone by she and her. But for some reason recently, those labels, those names, that identity, it's not really like settling with me as much. Like whenever I hear people say she and her around me, like something in my mind is like, I don't know, you know, like I don't really know if that's what it's supposed to be. And whenever I hear Sarah, I'm like, I don't know, like it's a nice name, but I don't know if it's for me, you know. And maybe this is all a phase. I don't really know. I mean, if someone calls me Sarah, I'm not gonna be super uncomfortable because I've been called it for years, so it's not like a huge problem. But it's just weird how I've never felt this before. For about a month, I've been thinking about different names for myself. Like I've actually looked up online like gender neutral names or more masculine names, names that begin with S that are more masculine. Because my mom named us all S's. My brother's name is Spencer and my other brother's name is Skylar. So I was thinking like, hey, maybe I can stay with the S's. And I thought of the name Sam. And I feel like the name Sam is something that is very close to my name. It's also a gender neutral name. And I feel like it's just a name that would come off the tongue really easily to people. And also when I was younger, some people couldn't read my handwriting, so they would think my name Sarah looked like Sam. So people would actually call me Sam sometimes by accident, thinking that was my name. So that's one of the names I was thinking of. I was also thinking of Alex or like Cody or Jordan, maybe Taylor. But I don't know. The more I keep thinking about it, I'm like, this is weird. Like, this is a lot. Like, people aren't usually going throughout their day thinking of what they could change their name to. Like, that's kind of weird. I've never had this sense of feeling fulfilled in my life or satisfied, and I could really never put my finger on it. Maybe there's other voids in my life that I need to work on, and maybe this is just how I'm projecting it. I don't know. This is why I said I'm going to talk to a therapist. But I just think it's weird because, you know, changing your name is a big thing. Everybody knows me by Sarah, like I said. So if I were to change my name, I just feel like it'd be really hard for people. But again, that's me thinking about what everybody else would think and not what I want to do. And I think that's the first thing I need to work on, is not caring about what other people think and only kind of do what I want to do. But the big thing is I don't really know if I want to do any of this yet, so that's where I'm stuck at. And also going back to the whole pronoun thing, I don't think I'd be comfortable with he or him because I still look feminine regardless of how I dress. I still sound feminine. I'm not really sure if I identify with he or him yet. Like, I'm just not there. But recently I was thinking about they or them because I'm just me. I'm just a person. I am my personality. Like, I'm just me. So if someone were to refer to me as they or them, I just really don't care. I just really don't think gender is like a big deal. I do think it's a big deal to like change your body and stuff, but I just think the whole like label thing, who cares? Like, it doesn't really matter. If someone referred to me as they or them, I would still feel comfortable, and that's cool with me. And also lately, and this might sound so weird, like my brain's messed up. I'll be looking at pictures of like trans guys or feminine guys or guys who are more flamboyant, maybe guys who are gay, just guys who are more effeminate. And I've always wondered, like, am I infatuated by how they look because I think they look good? Or do I want to be them or be like them or be with them? And this whole questioning and confusion thing has also made me question my sexuality. So not only am I thinking, okay, do I want to actually look like a boy, like look like these boys, or am I actually attracted to them and thinking about like wanting to be with them? Because for as long as I've known, I've been attracted to women. I want to be with a girl. And I just feel differently around girls than guys, and I've just, like, that's that. I've also been seeing, like, feminine guys in a different way, too. I'm like, okay, well, if it's a femme guy or, like, a trans guy, maybe I can make them an exception. And that's, like, a really weird thing to think about. I guess I'm just attracted to femininity in other people, but that's more of the sexual orientation side of it. But in terms of gender, I'm still trying to figure out whether I actually want to look like them, like, transition into looking like that, or if I'm just attracted to it in a sense where I just think that they look good. So I'm not really sure about that yet. Sometimes my mind looks at certain guys online and I'm like, oh wow, if I looked like that, I would probably feel more confident. But it's just kind of weird that it's made me also question my sexuality a little bit, because I know I'm not bisexual and I've never resonated or identified with that label. Like, I'm not comfortable with that term at all for me. Like, I'm not bi. But sometimes my actions and the way I think might lead others to think I'm bi. And you know what? I'm still 21. I'm still young. So it's probably okay to like not know everything about myself or what I want to be or what I am. But still, it's just so frustrating when I'm trying to figure out the most basic thing about myself, something that people should just already know from like when they're young, But I have this extra load now on me of like the identity thing. I've already went through most of my life of trying to figure out my sexuality, and I finally came to the conclusion that I'm gay. Now I'm dealing with this whole thing, and I don't know why my brain is changing or thinking about this kind of stuff. I was thinking before that it might be because I've watched transgender videos on YouTube, but I think that's just silly because you can watch trans videos on YouTube without questioning yourself, Like, I don't think watching something makes you something. Obviously, that's just facts. So basically, regarding the big stuff like pronouns, name change, or surgery, that stuff is way out of the question. I don't even want to think about that stuff right now. I might not even do them. They've just kind of crossed my mind sometimes. But what I do know for a fact, and what I'm learning about myself, is that I really do prefer masculine clothing and looking a bit more masculine. I just know that I feel comfortable wearing shirts that are baggy and they cover up and they look like this, or longer shorts, or a snapback. I'm even wearing less makeup now and I'm actually fine with that. So again, I'm not saying that if you're a girl and you like to wear more tomboy stuff or masculine stuff, I'm not saying that that makes you like a different gender or that you should question it. No, this is just my own experience, my journey, and it's more of what's in my head. There's some girls who dress masculine and actually look like guys and they identify as a girl. So I don't want to make you guys think I'm trying to put this idea in your head that if you're dressing more masculine, then you are this, or you should be put in this box. No, don't feel like you have to label yourself with any of that. I still believe that people can wear whatever they want, whatever makes them most comfortable, and that is exactly what I'm doing, and I think I'm showing a lot more confidence with that. Because I used to be scared to go outside my comfort zone and wear any kind of masculine stuff. I've always wanted to like go into my brother's room and like take some of their clothes, which I have done. I didn't know what my parents would think. My mom still asks why I wear like a snapback all the time. I feel like she's getting more used to my look too, so that helps out a lot. Like, I just don't see the big deal about it. I don't know why parents have to feel like they have to intrude and be like, no, you should wear this and not this, or I want you to look like this, or why are you doing that? It's like I'm already kind of struggling a little bit, so please don't ask that. I love my parents dearly. They are really supportive. I think they try to understand, but some things just makes me a little mad. And it's a little frustrating. I'm pretty sure that all these thoughts are normal. I think it's all part of, identity and growing up. But I think when you're struggling with things, you almost feel like you're alone. And that's why I reach out to the internet to watch videos like gender videos or sexual orientation videos, etc. Because I don't want to feel isolated or alone. Like, if I didn't watch those videos, I would probably feel like alone in my thoughts. And that's why I wanted to make this video as well, in case you guys were questioning things, or if you guys wanted to talk about this or open up about anything. I think using my platform for this kind of discussion is really important and really beneficial. I could say a lot more about this kind of stuff. I probably forgot to say things, I don't know. But if you guys have anything to add, just leave it down below and maybe we can chat. Or maybe if you guys have any advice for me, you can also leave that down below, because who knows, it might help me out. I just wanted to open up and be real with you guys, because I told you I'd be making a personal type of video and you guys wanted a personal video. And I think it's just a really good way for me to connect with you guys on more of that personal level. And like always, I make a new video whenever I want, so like and subscribe. All my social media is down in the description, and I will see you guys later. Bye. Missing someone.